Oh no, it's not. Oh, yes. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, and I've done it again. Hello, hello. Oh, and I've done it again. There we go. I can hear myself talking then. So let me just move everything down. I'm very sorry. We had a lot of... I had some camera trouble, so it was taking me forever to try and get them to work. So, hold on 1 second, and hello everybody. Thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I don't know what has happened with... There we go, I've got it now. I couldn't see my screen there, but now I can. So I'll just wait for some people to join. Hopefully I'll get a few people join tonight and watch me do my second page of the Grandma's Attic. And I've just noticed now, hi Sarah, I'm having trouble. This camera trouble is just awful. It just doesn't seem to now be working. There we go, I've got it back. So, hi Ness, how are you? I've had a day today trying to get these cameras to work. It's awful. I have them and then they weren't, and then I have them and then they weren't. So it was just a bit of a faff tonight. So how are we all doing? Are we all okay? What have we been up to today? I'm going to sit down for 5 minutes. Hi Spudette, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I know Sarah, technology. I am quite au fait with it, but sometimes it just baffles me, and then I kind of like get myself really uptight and angry because I can't do it. But we're there, so we are there. So yes, we've had a nice day. What have I done today? I had the dentist this morning. I like to go and get my dentist out the way, so I was there at 20 past 8, bright and early. So that was all right. Oh yeah, I know I've got to do that. My housework's tomorrow, Liness. It's all tomorrow. Everything is starting to creep up now. We're getting ready for our workshop. I've got all the things packed and done. I was just getting all the rest of the bits all gathered together so that we can pack them in the car and then get them all there and we're all set up. So I had a bit of a thing with my oh lovely, I had a bit of thing with my with the bags that I've put everybody's craft kits in. I don't like them, so I've ordered some new ones today. Hopefully they will be a little bit better. I'm good, thank you. I've been working all day today. Oh, that's a shame. But then we've only got another 1 more day, or 2 more days, so it's then the weekend, so that's good. I put my rubbish out today, forgetting that we had a bank holiday, so it's still sitting out there because our rubbish isn't being collected till tomorrow. Crafting all... Oh, work tomorrow. Well, at least you've had some crafting today. You have to put what you've been making, Sarah, in the Discord or on the Facebook group. I'd love to see what you've been doing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, our workshop as well, Liness. It's going to be good, I hope. So, yeah, I've ordered my cake, so everybody's got some cakes and stuff. And I've just thought I needed to order some little sweets. So, Mayo, if you're there... Can you just put that on my shopping list, please? I don't know if she's heard me. She might not be watching tonight. Right, so we're going to do our second page in the Mintay album. So this is the Grandma's Attic. I've really enjoyed working with this. It's been really nice. So I'll show you what I've done so far in it. Now you may not see, but these flowers here are a bit, they're more they're kind of 3D. There you can see a little bit, and then I've added some bling So I don't know if you can see the bling. You can just see it sparkling. I've got some bling here and up here, so just in the middles of the flowers. And then for the butterflies, I did put, you can just see that it was very glossy. I did use some glossy accent on the butterflies, and then I had found these lovely pen nibs, so I just put one of the pen nibs in the middle of that butterfly. And then this one, I've got some little clock hands, which I've just now pulled that off, but I can fix that. It's little tiny clock hands that I thought I'd put in the middle of that one, so that's there. And then this one, I was going to put it up here, but I've changed my mind. I'm actually going to just keep it in that little pocket like that. I think that page looks quite nice as it is, so I'm quite pleased with that. So I think we'll go on and do, we can either do the back page, or we can go on and do this page here. Now, what I was thinking with this page is on the back, when I turned it over, you can actually see that it's more of a pocket. So what I did think of is making this actually into a mini album itself. So I was thinking to adding another flap on the back here, so that flap would then cover this bit. That's what I thought I was do. Yeah, I like the tags as well, Mayo. Did you hear what I said about doing my ordering me some sweets from our shopping? It's better to ask you than to type it. No, thank you, thank you. So that's what I thought we would do. So I'm going to add that extra one there, and then we can then do this page. Now this is more 3D. I'm actually really liking this page. It's very simple, but I like the little elements on it. Now I have found in my little stash some stamens. So I've got different colour stamens here, and I've got some flowers. I love these flowers. I've had these for ages, but I liked the colour and thought they would go really nice. And then I've also found some fabric leaves as well, and they're all different colour and size leaves, so I thought that would be nice to add a little something as well. So then what else have I found? Because I was actually looking for some, I had some very thin satin black ribbon that was about 6 mil, so it was really, really thin, that I was going to use for my paper beads. But can I find it? I've looked everywhere in the craft room and I cannot find it at all. I think I've stuffed it in a drawer somewhere and it's just disappeared. But what I have found is some other different colours, but never mind. So as I was looking, I've got this box here of loads and loads of just metal embellishments, everything that I've collected through the years. So I've got some little ball clips, I've got some lovely hinges, and some ribbon holders as well. So I thought we would use some of these on our album. These are quite nice as well. These, I'll tell you what these are. These are, you know, if you've got a painting or picture on the wall and you want to actually screw it to the wall, you put the holes here into the back of your picture, your frame, and then you can then use the D-ring part to put the your hanging cord from. So but what I thought we would do with those is we can put them maybe through our paper and our things like so, and then use them either on the side, and you can put a charm on the side, or we can use them as a ribbon holder, so you can have two together I can find another one. I did have some different colour ones, so I might not use these silver ones, but you can put two together like so, and then have like 2 pieces of ribbon going through. That looks nice as well. I think we might do that. Sorry, I just love the noise this makes. These are really nice as well. These are like your corner, metal corner decorative pieces. And then I've also got some dies out, and I thought we'd do some die cutting to make some flowers and things. So that's what I decided we'd do. So, right. First of all, I want to just make this part here, and then I'm going to add magnets, I think, to this, rather than a belly band. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, hello Lindarella, how are you? Thank you for joining me tonight. Lovely to have your company. Really, really nice. I hope you've all had a good day and that. It's been lovely. So I just need to measure this again, because I would never remember what the size is. So it would have been 8, so it would have been 9. So I need to do mine at 9 by was that 7? I really do need to clean my ruler. I've got 6 and 7/8. I've got a double-sided tape all stuck all over it, so I really do need to clean it. So let me get I nearly put my trimmer away to go with me to the workshop, but I had to get it back out again. Oh, and Leness, just to let you know, I have got your trimmer, so that's in my box to bring with us. So that would be 9 by 6 and 7/8, like so. Oh, I need that again. And then just do a 1/2 inch score line, and then fold that over and put that out the way. So this can go on the back like so. So this is going to create the next little flap. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll give it a try. If it doesn't work, we'll think of something else to do. So let's take that off, and I really don't know why my cameras were playing up. Do you know when sometimes when you think, right, I'm going to change the USB port and see if that works, and then it doesn't, then you try a different one, and then for all of a sudden it then starts to work. Now have I got that? Let me just check. Have I cut that wrong? That's a bit short. Let me redo this. Yes. No, it's the same. Right, let me just try. I think okay, I did that an inch, a tiny 1/8 too short. So I'm going to do this at 7, and then if I need to take a bit more off, I can do. I don't know why that is. That's the second time that's happened. Sometimes I think your trimmer just decides to add that extra tiny bit on. So let's try that one and see if that's any better. Yeah, that works. So it was actually 7. I'm just going to clean my glasses. I've got a film, I think, where they rest on my cheeks. I get a little bit of oil on the bottom of them, and it's really hard then to see. That's better. So let's start again. There we go. And we'll just put that through. And I'm going to go onto the back bit of this rather than go on the front. So I've just put the sides together. I'm just going to stand it up, and what I think this may be a little bit too wide, but let's try it. Oh, there we go. Do you know, I've been doing this all day, putting things so that they're level, and I had so much trouble. There we go. Now I think no, that's stuck. So let's see what it looks like. So this is then going to go in the middle, and then these are on the outside edges like so. I might need to just redo that score line just so that it fits. It's a little bit wonky, but what I could do to alleviate that is just trim off a 1/8 of an inch. I'll go from this side, and then hopefully it'll be, there we go, and then you'll get a nice straight edge, she says. 1/8 there. There we are. That should be nice and straight now. Let's just get my scissors and just trim off this one where it's just, my trimmer has just not gone through. There we go. Yeah. Let's try this again now. This is what happens sometimes. You have to just play around with things, and then hopefully it will start to, although I'm still not very happy with that edge, but there we go. There we go. Now, although that's made that a little bit too short, yeah, right, I hope you don't mind, but I am going to redo this one. I like it to be a little bit perfect, and this is what happens sometimes, is you do something and it just doesn't work out, so you just have to retry it again. So I'm cutting 2 together, and I'm going to go with just under 7. So this is going to be at, say, 7 and just over the 7, and well, just under, so just a fraction under, just to give your card enough space to fit in there, so it doesn't it's not, you're not fighting with it to keep going in. So that's those 2, and then this one we'll do at, this one is at 8.5. And what I'll do with this one is these 2, I'll put them together like so, and then we'll cut off from there. There we are, just like that. Hopefully that's it. Yes, that's perfect. So I'll just give this our 1/2 inch glue tab, and the other bigger one, 1/2 inch glue. Oh, Do you sometimes get it where a page will take you about 10 minutes because you keep doing things wrong? There we go. So, score, don't cut. Score, don't cut. There we go. So that's 1 and 2. There, we did it. We got there in the end. I'll use this one. I always end up with bits as well stuck to my double-sided tape. I wish I could find something that can stop it. So, double-sided tape, and it's going on to the valley fold side, and again on the other side, the other one, like so. Yeah, Mayo, do you find it when you're drawing that sometimes you don't get them in the right place and you have to keep starting again? Sometimes happens. So has anybody had any chance to have a look at any other creators on Twitch? There's some really, really good ones, I have to say. So I am going with, that's on the inside. Oh, would help if I took the double-sided tape off. Okay. Right, I'm going to stand this up and just line that up. There we are. That's better. There we go. I'm so glad that I redid that. So then this goes into your pocket, and then this can go down and go down like so. Now I might put another one in there, and that will keep that nice and secure. So that then is our pull out. Now the next thing is, it's going to come out this way, so it will open the wrong way, which maybe I should have put it on this side. Never mind. No, I think what we'll do is we'll have this one in, like we said, and then it's just maybe have it where it just opens that way. So we'll start with this one, and we'll get the size of this now. No, I know. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, you do, Sarah. Glad it's not just me. It was stressful setting up a new account. Okay. Yeah, don't worry. Once you get into it, I mean, I'm not saying I'm completely au fait with it. There's just so much that you can do. It really is. It's such a, I think it's the next big Facebook type thing. I think once you get around it will, it's really, really good. Some of the streamers, they have so many different things going on their streams. It's amazing, and how they do it, I don't know. I mean, I've just about managed to put up a little alert that says a new follower that comes up. I've got a little avocado, but I think other people put music in and lots of different things, so I think it's going to be quite good. But no, it's Twitch and Discord have been going for quite a while now. Discord mainly. My daughter, she has used Discord for years. It's quite a young thing, but once you get into it, it is actually really easy to navigate, really. And with the Twitch, if you are it was really started really for people to game, so that you can watch people gaming. But as you look through, if you just look for, I just look for card making or just crafting in general, and loads of different crafts come up, ones that you wouldn't even think to look at. As I say, I was watching somebody build a Lego model the other day, and there was another lady who was crocheting, and she must have been, I would have said, in her 60s. And I think, well, good on you. If you can navigate it, then I'm sure that I will be able to. I'm going to try and have a go. So no. As I said, Squidette, no. That if you look, there was a lady doing crocheting, and she, as I say, was probably in her 60s. Not that that's old. That isn't old. But it, you know, she was on there and had quite a few people watching. She must have had 20 people watching, just doing her crocheting and talking away. And it was really nice to watch, actually. It was really nice. So, you know, there's hope for us yet, I think. So let's get to this. So I'm going to do it, so it's going to fit this way, so I am going to have to open it where it's going the other opposite way, but I'm sure that's going to be okay. So now we have to pick our paper. Excuse me. So we've got, no, that one. So I could go with a very nice back. Now I could actually on here have a credit card slot. That might be quite nice. This reminds me of the very early days of Twitter. Groups of people with similar interests just chatting for over a few hours. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, I suppose with you chatting, whereas more, this is more, I suppose, with video and things. Sarah might have to look around, Laughter, with my 15. Yes, yeah, I'm sure that she will be able to, definitely be able to help you out. As I say, I had to say to Savannah, come and help me, because I couldn't get none of my cameras to work, so she had to come in. She was like, no, she didn't. She just came in and helped, bless her. Right, I think I might make this into a credit card slot, but then at the bottom I might do some nice embellishments on there. I think that's what I know. I keep doing. I like credit card slots. I think they're really a nice thing to do. So let me cut this down, and I'll give you the sizes. Now I think on these ones I've gone for a 1/8 of an inch gap around. So this would be 6 3/4, and I think this will be 8 3/8. I have to write them down, otherwise I do forget. By 8 3/8. There. No, that's those. So I'm going to go with quite a plain front, and as it's this way, I want to cut that at my 6 3/8. 6 3/8 by 8 3/8. No, that wasn't right. Let's think that again. It was 6 3/4. So I can't even read my own writing. There. No. Let's get this next one. I know I had 2 of those. 1, 2. If not, I'll open the other page, which I will have to. Although that's really nice. Right, let's open that next set. I've just reminded me what I need to put in my, I need to put some kebab sticks in my little pot to take with me on Saturday, just in case we get time to do some paper beading. There we go, that one there. So cut it right now. but I will use that on another page. So 6 3/4 by 8 3/8. There we go. Now if you want to round the corners, now would be the time to do it. And I've got mine here, so I'm going to round. Again, you don't have to round the corners, it's really up to you. So I did go shopping. Ah, you found all the emojis. Ah, I can't get the emojis just yet. I have to have 50 followers before I can have my own special emojis. Savannah said she's going to draw them for me. I'm going to have some different ones. See now we aren't. That's okay. And that side. And there. That goes on there. And then I'm going to ink my edges. Ah, Mayo, the sniffer. That one, Savannah's drawn that one. It's that is it's supposed to be a it's a Pokemon, but Savannah's drawn it as it's like a cat. You need a crafting emoji. Yes, I know. She's gonna do me one. I have said pretty please. Oh, that was the other thing I put on the channel, which was the Moo bot, which keeps coming up with my Discord and YouTube, and that comes up just periodically. I did that. I put that on. I don't know what I'd need. Some scissors or something. So just inked those edges. And then I'm just making sure that fit. Right, before I put that down, let me get my really grubby cutting mat. And I'm only going to have 2 lines on here. So I'm going to have it where we have got about there is half. So I'm just going to measure, I'm just going to get my half mark, and then so I know where that is. So then I'm going to go with 1 inch on either side. So I'm going to put my mark at 1 inch. Now let me do it with a pen. Let's see if you can see this one. So I'm going to mark it at 1 inch. There, come down. Actually, what I can do with this ruler is get my 1 inch mark on there. This is where this is such a good ruler, and mark down. So I'm going to come along and do the same on this side. 1 inch, come all the way down, and then I'll go down to 2 inches, and then I'll cut one at 4 inch as well. So come around, start at the top, so 4 inches, so that's 2, and that's that one. And then what I'll do is from this line to this line, we will just draw our line all the way across, but don't go past that line. So it actually looks a little bit like a rugby goalpost at the moment. So if you add this one up the top like so, then it's going to look like I'd say a tennis mat, a tennis net, or netball net type thing, or volleyball net even. So what we're going to do now is cut our line from end to end using a craft knife and a steel ruler. Now this has got a steel edge on it, but I don't like to use that one to cut with. So there we are. So we're going to cut from edge to edge. Be really careful if you're using a craft knife. And again here. I think that's why I'm a bit frightened, in case you slice your fingers off. And then go down like so. Okay, so then that is your two credit card slots done. So just to make these slots a little bit more pliable so that you can then get things in and it's not going to tear the sides, I'm going to use my crocodile. If I didn't know, I was going to say if I didn't put it away in there. So I'm hoping I've got enough. This might not be. No, I need to get my other one. There we go. Right, it just wasn't enough reach on that, so let me just get the... There we go. So all I'm doing is right on the edge of where you've done that cut line, just in the middle, you're just going to punch your hole so that it creates sort of like you've got a circle just on that line. We'll try and get it as in the middle as you can. It is a bit difficult because you can't always see where the line ends. Like so, and then again on the other side. I'm going to just put my hand through there, then I can see that one. There we go. There we are. Right, I'm going to sit down again now. I'm not seeing you use a knife. You normally use your board. Yeah, I do normally use my board, but I thought it's nice because sometimes it's easy to do it different ways, and it's just nice to show different ways on how to do things. But yes, you can do it with your board as well. So that's my slots done. Now the next thing is to just ink the edges. Be very careful though, because you don't want to tear it. And ink at the top, and then what we'll do is we'll cut out our cardstock just to give us just that bit of a pocket protector type thing. There we are. I'm just doing this really roughly. So for the little pocket protectors, you can do about 1/2 inch, but I'm going to do a little bit longer today. I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch, just so that we've got a little bit more to play with. So on these, so I'm going to go just up to where the cut edge is, so not over the where the circle bit is. So that was 5 5/8. Just there. And then that should just fit in your pocket like so, like that. So that's one, and then do the next one. And again, you can just use your offcuts of card that you've got left, and I have plenty of it, because even the smallest scraps, I don't like to throw that away. And then that can go in like so. So with these, you can either use your double-sided tape, or you can just use glue. Now I'm going to use glue, because that way I've got some wiggle time to get it in the right position. Oh, there we are. So I'm going to put my nice clean cut edge to the bottom. Now I'm going to put my glue, I'm not going right to the top, I'm just going sort of ½ an inch like so, and I'll do the same on this one. Okay, and then what you can do is just slip them in and then ease it down so that you've got it exactly where you want it. Another way you can use, if you've got any tweezers, you can use your tweezers to do this as well. And then as you can see, I was just a little bit up there, so I've just moved that down. That then gives you a nice even edge. So just put a bit more on here. Okay, does anybody else, right, this is a really weird question, when you put your glue onto your paper, does anybody do a certain design? Do you do like a squiggly line? Do you just go all the way around and that's it? Do you do, I do all different designs on mine. I sometimes do diagonals, or I might do circles. I don't know why, I just do different designs. So pushing that down just so that I've got that nice and neat. That looks quite even on there. Yep, I'm really pleased with that. So bringing in your book, I'm going to do it this way. No, I'm not. Oh, look what I've done. Right, okay. Now you see, now you can, when I do YouTube, I can cut all of these mistakes out. Right, so this is crafting with me when I make mistakes. There you go. But I quite like that like that. That looks alright. And luckily this paper isn't a directional piece. If it was, what I would have done is I would have turned it round and then used this piece on the front. So I've kind of like done it that way. So with this, what we can do now is we need to just put our glue just around the edges and then at the top here. Don't do anything else. And I've done that before. Yeah, I do patterns, yeah. Around the edges and zigzags in the middle, up and down. Love a mistake. Makes me feel like I'm not alone. You're definitely not alone, Sarah. Definitely. There we go. I'm just going to make sure, before I do that, I'm going to make sure I've got that at the right way. Yeah, so I'm going to do this bit. Oh, I think I've still got that wrong. No, got that right. So we can put that on like so. Pull that down. There we are. So that's our page base done. And then we've got lots of space here that you can obviously put lots of different tags and stuff in, like so. So I get my book, like so. Then this can go in our slot, like so. And then, so that's then the next page, and turn that over and you've got that. So before I do anything else, I'm going to put the magnets on, only because I know what will happen. I will put the pattern paper on the top, and then I wouldn't have put the magnets on. So I'm going to do that now. Another great way, so you don't forget that you're going to put a magnet on, is to draw or to put an M on your cardstock, where the magnet is going to go. So you wouldn't forget then that that's where the magnets is. But it's then remembering to do the M's. There we are. Okay, just put that over there. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a drink of water. Okay, so let's put one magnet there, one here. Shows you how strong they are. Okay, take this bit off. And I'm going to move this up a little bit. No, actually, I'll do this one first. So I'm going to move it up because this doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. Let me just check where that goes to. Okay, so what I can do is just draw a tiny line, so I know that that there is the edge of my, also the bottom of my flap. So I'm going to put that there. Again, what you could do, which would be quite nice actually, because I have got the space, is to put the magnet here on the edge, but I don't know. No, I think I wouldn't. I'd just be a little bit too short. So we need the tape again. See if we make it. Right, I actually get my magnets from AliExpress. They come, I get them sort of in bulk from there. But they might do them on that new, is it the Temu place that's I've seen. I've actually put my first order in, so I'm waiting for that to come. That should be here either tomorrow or Friday. Really, really good. If you, I think it's called this. I think it's Temu. I think that's what it's called. Let me see if I can find it up here, and then I can show you. But they have got some really, really good stuff. I found it on a scrapbooking site. A load of American ladies had said about it, and some really nice things. And it was when I did it, it was cheap. P&P, there was no P&P neither. So if I just put in crafts, let's put in magnets and see if that comes up. Small magnets. So, right. If I put this over on here, hopefully you'll be able to see that. No, you can't see that, can you? I think I need to do a browser one, but the Temu, yeah, they've got some magnets on there, not bad price actually. It's just the neodymium ones, Normally I get mine from Crafter's Camp, but they don't seem strong enough. Well, the ones I use are, I've got a few different sorts. So I've got a 1mm. I always use a 1mm thickness. Sometimes I go a bit bigger, it depends on what I'm doing, but the 1mm normally for books is brilliant. And I range from about 12mm in diameter or size to 15mm. So the ones here, I think these ones are 12mm. These ones here, I'm just going to double check. Right, these ones, sorry, are 15. So there's 15. So it's the 15 or the 12, and I think these ones here are 12. If I can get them off. Ugh. And then these ones are the 12mm. You see, they're a little bit smaller. I'll put them as near to them as possible, like so. You can see the difference there. Doing that way. And they are, yes, they are 12. I'll get the right size. And they are 12, those ones. So if I'm going through a lot of cards, I'll use the 15. If I'm going through only a few bits of card, I might use the 12. But they are very strong, and you can probably put 2 or 3 sort of thicknesses through before they start to lose their magnetic force. So I've done my magnet on there. I might as well do the magnet on the back as well. And then that's my magnets on this page done. And then I won't forget. Yeah, but that Temu, see, when I come to actually do, because I can show you what I'm looking at on my browser as well, but I tried to do that the other night and I couldn't get it to work. So that's something I just need to have a play around with. And then we could maybe all shop together. So put my double-sided on that bit, push them over. Now, what I've wondered, if you could come through here and use this thickness as well. Let's see if we can do that. So you could actually use the magnet that's underneath to add a bit more magnetic force, but then you might not get this in and out. So no, I won't do that. So I'll push that down and then put this on. There we go. Just make sure that is, there we go. Put that back in there. And then we can turn this around. Just making sure I've got that. There we go. Okay, so that's the magnets done for that. So let's have a little bit of a play. Now this is my middle page, so I can possibly go quite heavily with my embellishments. So I could put some more flowers around and some stamens and things. But I thought what I'll do is I'll do some die cutting actually. And then we can make some flowers up, because I did find all my embossing tools the other day when I was looking for them, so I thought I might as well just make some flowers. So I've just picked out quite a few different ones that I've got. So I love these. I don't know if anybody's got these. These are the alterations, the Sizzix ones. Now they're quite old, these are. Now this is a rosette. I love the rosettes. We might do one of those. And then this one is the tattered flower. Tim Holtz did a bigger one of this, and I love them. They're so nice. They're such a nice flower. I don't know if you can see those there, but there's lots of different ones on there that you can then make lots of flowers up with. And then this one is really handy because it's got loads and loads of different butterflies on. So you know, if you're making lots of things, this is handy because you've got different sizes on there as well. And then this is another rosette one. Again, really nice die to use. So I think I might use that first. I'm going to use the small one because then we can have two different sorts. And then I've got somewhere I've got some plastic domes that I've found in my stash. There we go. So I've got these plastic domes that and I found this as well, that I thought would be quite a nice little addition, maybe on one of those picture hooks and maybe at the side or something like that. But then these little domes can go in the centre, so I can cut something nice out and put it in there. So that's my thinking anyway. And then these flowers that I've got, these are really old. These are from a company called Cheery Lynn Designs, but they actually are now called Maker's Mark. I think they're an American company, and I was one of the first people in the UK to use their dyes because I was on their design team, and I'm friends with what was then the owner, BJ, and yes, she obviously we got quite a lot of the best company for making their design teams. They did give lots and lots of things. So I got all these from there, and this is one of the dyes that I go back to time and time again, because they're like you can cut out 5 at once, and which makes it so much quicker than just cutting one. And if you've got a lot, if you're doing a production line, this is so handy. So you've got different sorts there. I'm not going to use that one, but they also got leaves as well, which these are really handy. So I've got those ones, so I might cut them out. And then the other dyes that I love, and I bought about 3 sets of these because I used to make Christmas garlands out of, I had some like wooden hearts, and what I used to do is make up Merry Christmas with the hearts, and I used to put loads of flowers around the outsides of them, and put loads of sparkle and bits on them. And these were just enough. They were just a beautiful flower to make because they're rolled flowers, and there was all different sizes in here. Now I've got a few other bits that aren't from this collection. That one isn't, but or that one, all those two. But these ones here, because they've got the spiky tops to them, they just look so nice, especially for infillers if you're doing flowers like as an infill. And then these are just your rolled roses. I love rolled roses, I really do. Now, and these ones, I think these are I can't think of the name of them. It will come to me. It begins with an M, but I can't think at the moment what they are called. But they are a really nice flower. As you can see, this is Christmas paper I've got stuck in there. But then you roll them and they just look lovely. So we'll do some of those. We'll do those. So if I die cut them and the other bits, Now it might take me a little while because I've got I haven't plugged in my other my electronic one, so I'm hoping I can get some of these cut out quite quickly. So I haven't die cut flowers for ages, so that's why I think I'm loving this, because I'm doing things that I used to do so much before I did YouTube or any of the other well, before I'd done YouTube or done this as try to make it as my job. I used to make loads of flowers, but I haven't made an awful lot lately, so it'd be nice to get back to my roots, as they say. So I'm going to use the paper, so that paper that I cut wrong, I'm going to use some of that, although I quite like that. No, I'm not going to use that because I like that butterfly. So can I get that on there? So I'll do that side, so I'll get them on there. And have I got anything else? I want another, I could do some other coloured cardstock, we could do that as well. And then, so let's go with, oh, this is also nice. Tell you what we'll do. Have I got any coloured? No, that's, what about this? I mean, this is I don't even know what this is, just some card. I could use that, just ink it over so it becomes the same colour. What do we think? It would kind of go, you wouldn't notice that it's not part of this collection. And it's quite thick, actually. It's quite thick card. This must be 300 GSM, I would think. So let's get that antique linen out. No, would that be too much? Let me have a look. Hold on. I've got some walnut stain, distress stain. Let me see what this looks like. I'm just going to go off the side here, because this is where my mat is. This might be too much. And it might be too much, actually. Might be too in your face. Yeah. Okay, so let me see if I've got another. I've got the next colour of that. Try inking, it will make it blend in well. It might with this one, because that's a more wet linen. I don't know if it will, but I have got another of those distress stains, but in the antique linen. Let's have a look. I know I've got that because it was one of my favourites colours. So let's have a look. We've got antique linen. I have got distress sprays as well, but I don't really want to get them out because I'll get them everywhere. Right, let's go for this one. So this is the antique linen. Oh, this is better. There we go. I don't know if you can still get these anymore, these distress stains, but they are amazing, they have to say. I think they stopped making them. I don't know if anybody knows if you can, but then that looks, I don't know, you can't really, just you can see that. Let me get the white. There we go. Just in real life, this is quite vintage. It's very tea stained. against that one there. You can see the difference. So what I will need to do is use my heat gun, but what I am going to do, because I think if I turn the sound off you may not hear it, so I'm going to try it and see if that works. So I'll be 2 secs. It is this one, I think. Right, can you hear me now? Are you there? I just thought when I listened back and watched back on my previous videos that I did, the noise of the heat gun was so loud it sort of deafened my ear. I was sort of deafened, it was that loud. So I thought what I'll do is I'll see if I can turn my mic off and hopefully it won't be as bad. Well, that works. So here we've now just found out another thing. So I'm just going to cut this down because this is too big now to go through my trimmer, sorry, my die cutting machine. So I think it's about 8 inches, so I'm just going to go with that. Let's see. Yeah, that's just right. And then what we'll do, I'll take that one off and do that one in a minute. Now I'm hoping this is going to go through okay. It might need a couple of times going through. Now I've done it upside down, which is probably not the best thing to do because now I can't see what I'm doing. Never mind. And let's put them through. Now I've just cut that a little bit big, so let's cut it down a tiny bit more. There we go. Make sure that they're not overlapping each other. So what I can do it this way. And then we put this up, and then we can put them on the top here. There we go. Now we can see what we're doing. I thought that looked a bit odd. Normally you think that's, there we go, like so, and there. So we'll do those few, push that up. Now if you're doing this for the first time, I would suggest taping them down, but I'm hardcore me. I like to live dangerously. So squeaky machine again. I'm going to have to stand up for this, it needs a bit of welly. It will go through, I promise. Go on, go. Right, and then get back. Now sometimes I've had to put a shim in here because they haven't cut, but I think if they're being nice to me they will come out okay. Let's turn them over. You see here it's not actually corked, and I think that is to do with I need a shim just in the middle, but I think they have all stayed in place. So let me just get a, I could use my electric one, and if this doesn't work I will plug it in and then we'll try it with that. I'm just hoping they haven't slipped too much. I don't think they have. I can still feel them on there. This way. Put that down there. Yes, now that has worked a little bit better, so I've got most of them out, which is good. So, let's take these out. Now, what I haven't got, I'll just pry out a little bit. So, maybe not that one in the middle. So, that's the only thing with these flowers, is it's a bit hit and miss if they come out or not. I think if I've gone through them again they would have all come out okay, but I've got some of them, which is good, and then I can just pull them off, and then this bit comes off there, and I've got a nice big rose there, which is really what I wanted, the bigger flowers. There we go. Kind of get all stuck, you just have to keep prizing them out. So, you can throw that one in the bin. And bring these out. Okay, so that's those flowers. So those are going to be my fillers, and then I'm going to cut some bigger flowers. So I did say I was going to cut the rosette, so we'll cut that next. And then the rosette I need to put onto I've got a different base for that. It's a longer one. I don't know if they do that anymore. I'll tell you which is another nice thing that Tim Holtz used to do, was something called movers and shakers. Has anybody heard of those? It's where you use the magnetic plate and they sat in like a dish or a tray, and you cut them out from them. They're sort of magnetic. I loved they did some butterfly ones. Now where did I put that? There we go. Which are really good. I'm just seeing, and they had some nice flowers. But I think we'll stick with these, what I've got and what I said. And then I don't think that was one of these. Thing is, so much you think, oh right, I'll get that out. That was what I wanted. And I get that out. Oh, I'm going to use that, and then I use that, and then I kind of get a bit excited and think, oh, I must use. I want to use it all. So they weren't the other flowers that I had were bigger, but right, we'll do this one first because that's what I said. And bring out this. Now this you will need, because this is I think these are 12 inches. So put that one on the bottom, that goes on the top. So no, that's on the bottom. Then you've got this, and then that goes on the top. So with this we can use our pattern paper, or we can use this, but I think we'll use, or would that be enough? Oh, actually that would be plenty. So let me colour this again. I could have done this a different colour actually. I wonder if I've got a oh, tell you what would be a really, really nice colour would be the, what's it called? The, not evergreen bough, I've got twisted citron. Let's go with cracked pistachio. That might be a nice colour. Let's try that one. Should we come out? There we go. Let's move over here. I'm so sorry. I think you can see me over there. I need one of those alerts that's that says can't see. This paper here, as I'm doing it, there's actually showing through there is a hidden pattern underneath it, and it's just really coming to light. I really wish I knew where I got these from. Right, I'm not actually going to dry these. I'm going to try it as is. Let's just cut that down, because I haven't really put an awful lot on there. So let me go down here, and I'm going to cut these two out here like so, and then this one goes on the top. Now these particular ones have got like a circle button part at the top here that you can then put in the middle, but I will put on my glue gun. Let me just put that over there and put this through. That was a bit easier. So this then is your rosette, and they're the little tiny pieces. Just get my bin. The other thing I've got is some applique ribbon as well, that I thought I might use some of those. This is like a little flower one, so I'm going to cut that out and we can use them as well. Right, so my glue gun is on. So with these rosettes we need to do a little bit of concertina folding. So I'm just finding where my I can see them better on the back. So you just fold just concertina them all the way around. They're such a clever die. I can remember when dies first came out, and they were obviously the Sizzix with the Ellison dies, which were the big metal knife dies that you could get, and we all had loads of those. And I can remember seeing loads of American ladies in their craft rooms, and they had loads and loads of their dies all on their shelves and things. And now there's you know, you can have so many in such a small space. There we go. Right, so put that one over. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just bend it round, and it's going to fit together like so. So I'm going to use a bit of the hot glue, only because it's going to help me stick it down rather quickly. So when it comes out like so, turn that off and push that on, So it goes on top of the one that's at the other end. So then once you've got it set, you can just push it down, and then you create your rosette. But I'm going to use this top piece, which would have been their top piece, but I'm going to use it as a bottom piece, and then it's going to allow me to stick that on there. So let's turn this back on, and I'm just going to add the glue just around the edge like so. Get it stuck to my fingers, and then bring this down. Hopefully I'll be able to just maneuver that into place, and the glue wouldn't have dried too quickly. So then that is your rosette. And then what I'm going to do on the top is just put a button. I think we've got loads of buttons, so let me get my buttons. Let's try these ones. I might not have one in here. I could have a pink one. That's quite nice. Or go more green, and that's got happy face on it. These were my mum's, so there's lots of ones in here from when she used to knit cardigans and things, especially for my sister. So like little teddy bears in here. What about that? That's the same one. Right, these aren't really the colours that I wanted. I'd want that colour there, but this one's got one of those happy faces on it. I don't think that would really go. So let me just get my, I have to have a step stool. I've got a step stool that I've got here that I use to get up to my cupboards because I'm that short. Oh. Right, here I'm coming now. You know, dog. There we are. I'm back. So let's get these ones out. I should have some nice ones in here. I'm looking for a nice greeny colour. Might be that one. That one's just a plain green. I think that'll do. Well, there's a dark green or pink. Get those ones out. Can have a play then. So there we go. Move those over there. Again, you don't have to have buttons. You could have a metal disc. If you've got anything, you can have a flower. You could just have a piece of cardboard on there if you wanted. So you don't have to have a button or anything like that. I mean, in this button, not that I'm going to do it tonight, but you could just thread some cotton through that, and then that will just be another little feature. But before I then put this down, I am going to just ink around the edges, and then you'll find this will start to stand out. And then what I may do is do the next one, but then you wouldn't even know that that wasn't a part of this collection. So we've just added some more on there, so that can go like so. Now what I haven't done is some leaves, which would be really nice, but before we do that, let's roll some flowers, and then we can get the flowers on as well as. So I'm just looking for a quilling tool. So, but before I do that, I am going to just ink round these edges. Now what might happen is, because I've got white on one side, that might show through, but if it does, I can just ink on that side. I do apologise, I've got another insect. I think they plague me, they really do. So come on. Right, so just inking these edges. I'm so sorry, I'm going to move you. I seem to be there. It seems to move. There we go, that's a bit better. Now you can see me. Yes, I like the green as well. It really goes nice with the I've kind of colour matched that quite well, I think. And then with the yellow, I think it will look really nice. And then I'll add some darker greens on there as well. But I'm also going to add some glitter or something like that, which might look make it a bit more glittery. So with your quilling tool, I'm just going to push that in like so and roll this round. Now I might have done this the wrong way. I might do it so the white isn't. No, I'll tell you what I will do. I am going to ink on the inside just to take away that white starkness. There we go. That would be a bit better. So let's try it now. That might be a bit better. Yeah, that's a lot better. So as I'm rolling, I will make it a little bit more stand outy. Now you can do this with circles. If you just cut or draw around a circle, you can then cut out like a spiral, and then you can roll it into a flower. So even if you've got circle dies, you can do it through circle dies as well. So all I'm doing is just pushing down those edges so they look a bit more flower like, and then I'll put my glue gun back on, and I'm going to just glue in the center here. I'm going to put quite a bit of glue on. This is a big flower. And then just bring the bottom bit around and then push it, and then just twirl it round as it goes, and then you'll find that the flower will find its natural place to be. So that's another flower. So we've got those, but I forgot I had these leaves as well. So these leaves we can put sort of in there as well, and I can do some smaller leaves as well in there. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue while this is hot on there. And I'm just going to position. I never put anything down first. I always try and make a composition and then I will stick it down, but then it's never in this right place, is it? We always stick it in a different place. So just take some of this out, not that one, and these might be the wrong type of flowers. Let's just cut that off. So that thing can go there. But no, I don't like that flower. I've got some smaller ones here. These are the ones I meant. These are smaller. So we can start by building this up. So I'm going to stick that like so. And then I'll have, although this isn't the flower I was going to use, I've got some mulberry flowers as well, which you could put in there too, which kind of like just fills that little bit there. But I did have these smaller ones, so I quite like that, like so. And then just add this antique linen to the back of this flower, and then we roll this one. So we just put the glue in. This glue gun is really good. It's one of those, it's a cordless one, and it was a bit of a sad story, but nice story. It was one of the last presents my husband ever bought me, and it was one of those presents, because sometimes men are a bit rubbish at buying gifts, and I think he just thought about this one and thought, well, I'd said I wanted sort of a glue gun, and so he just had a look. So he bought me this, and then he also bought me a pen one as well, which was this one, which is just a really small, you know, if you're doing like really small detailed things, it's a really good one. And this one is cordless as well. So, but the only thing is this takes, you heat it up, but it does drip an awful lot. As you can see, it sort of drips all in here, everywhere. But I do like it, I have to say, it is quick. I mean, I've only just put that on, and then I can just put the glue in, and it's hot, and it does get very warm. So that's another flower. So I'm going to kind of have them going up like that, and leave this bit down here, I think. So I'm just adding the colour on that side. Jill, who I don't think's on tonight, she's the crafty surgeon. She does, I don't know if anybody else does, the Fomaran flowers. She makes amazing Flomaran flowers. Really, she's like the flower queen. She does do some really nice ones. That's one thing, I have got the Fomaran, but I did try it and I couldn't get it, so I kind of like didn't bother doing it anymore. I wish I did, because some of them look beautiful. Turn that back on. And then turn that on there like so. And then this one is just one of those spiky ones, which make really good filler in ones. So I'm gonna just ink these edges, or am I? Yeah, just ink them a little tiny bit like so, and ink these ones, because I forgot to ink them as we did them. So there's those like so, and then I've got one tiny one, I've got a few more here, but I might change the colour. Might go with just a bit of the green, just dotted about here and there, just to add a bit of abbreviation of colour. Like so, but more so on the back. There we are. Now, with this being a bit wet, I have to be a bit careful that it doesn't tear. There we are. So, get your quilling tool and just roll. I did see, that was another thing I saw a lady doing on here, was quilling, and I must admit what she did was absolutely amazing. She did a butterfly, and wow, that's all I can say, wow. Turn that off again, and just ink around the edges. And then that's another flower there. So I'm going to leave that for the flowers, but I think I'm quite happy with how I've placed everything. So down here I'm going to put a couple of leaves, but smaller leaves I think, rather than the big ones. I've also got these flowers, but I don't think I'll fit them on. And I've got these stamens, which I will put in between. I have got some brown leaves. There's some. Is that a smaller one? Is that the same size? I think that's the same size. I could cut them down a bit and then just add them here, like so. Because these have got wire on the back, you can sort of fold them and manipulate them a little bit. Yes, I love the browns and the greens together, Lindarella. They're really, really nice. They're my favourite colours to use, I think. So I'm just going to stick this one in there, and then I'm going to stick another one just next to it. So I'll put the glue on the wrong side, but take that off a minute, put it on the right side this time. Luckily it wasn't too hot. And then this one I'll just position so that it's just over a little bit, but at an angle, like so. So that's sort of at an angle to that one. And then I can stick this one on. Now you could use your normal glue for this, or you could use, if you've got any gel medium, that's and also another good thing to use. But for quickness I do like my hot glue. So I'm going to just position these flowers again, and I'm just going to use these ones that I've got here. I might use this little tiny one in there just to add a bit more colour, but let's add that bit of glue there. Yeah, when it gets to a certain amount, it is hard, it doesn't come out. So hold on, I just need to push that down. There we are. And that's that side. I'm going to put that at an angle, and then this one goes just in there, and then I've got another bits to go up there. So I've got some small leaves, and they can just fit in as and where. Like so. And I'll put this small one, another small one, just over the top there. I'm going to cut that bit off though, that stem. Stick that just there, so that's at another angle. Just going to use that just to press that down, like so. Then we've got these which we can stick just in like so. I will cut that extra bit off there, and then I'll pull that through, and then that will pull that. And then what you can do with the stem bits that you've got left over, so these bits here, you can twirl them. So if you've got I don't know, a small pencil or something like that, I just sometimes twirl them around like so, and then they just act as like little sprigs sort of coming out. And if you can see that, move that out of the way. So they kind of act as a little sprig there. So I need another flower at the top there, I think. So I've got that one, or we can go with this one. I need something just around here as well, so I may use this flower. I know it wasn't part of the ones that I was going to do, but that's the beauty of crafting like this. You can swap and change as you want. So I've just stuck that through. Again, I'm going to twirl this stem bit round the wire like that, and then just stick that underneath so it doesn't catch on your paper, but it just acts as a bit more interest. Then this one can go here, and then I'm going to put might put some metal embellishments on as well. And not those leaves, so I want some more leaves. I'm going to go up this way and have them coming up. So with this, just add that bit of glue on the end, and then push that down, and then another small leaf, and then I'm going to cut that stem off, and push that one in there just at a bit of a another jointy angle like so there. And then you could fit another one there, but I think that's all right. But I do need something here. So what have I got in here? No. That's very nice. I didn't even know I had that. It's just a bit of a metal, sort of a branch. Don't even know where I've got that one from, but that looks quite nice there. It just gives that, if you could see that a bit more class. I mean, I could paint that a different colour or keep it as it is. I don't know if that might be too sticky out. Yeah, it's a bit sticky. Right, let's have a look what else I've got. I do know what I have got. Would they work? Let's try them. I've got some crochet flowers. My mum made these when we had that crochet phase, but no, I don't think they would go very well. But I do like them. But here we are. What have I got in these? So I've got a nice, that might be too big. Just a bit of bling, I think we need. Just something there. What else have I got in here? I love pretty shiny sparkly things. So, oh, that's quite nice. That really goes actually. So I could put that there. What do we think, people? So, well, actually that could go really well there. Maybe, just maybe, have something sparkly down here as well. So we've got that. Let's put that there. Sunflower. Some of these have got they haven't got the backs on. They're flat, which work out really well. What else I've got? Well, that's quite nice, but no, that doesn't go. I did have, what I want will be right at the bottom, you watch. Oh, that might be nice. Told you it would be right at the bottom. It wasn't what I was actually looking for, but it's a little bottle top with a little tiny butterfly in the middle. There, it's like a domed butterfly. I think they might have been Prima or one of those brands, but that could go the bottom, and then that kind of, or put it there, and maybe put a key or something at the bottom here, something that just comes along here, I think. And keys, I have got loads of keys, or maybe not a key, but they're in there. Let's look if they're in here. It might be the wrong colour, but we can try them. It's always good to try these things, because sometimes what you think, oh, might not look good, does actually look really good. So let's try. So I've got these here that we could maybe pop there, like so. Or this, just something on the edge. I just want something there, just to elongate that a little bit. So you could put that, could go just underneath, poking out. Maybe, just maybe, you could put one there as well. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Sometimes you just have to play around and find out what is the best thing. And I think that's all the fun of it, is to play around and find out, you know, find different bits with what you've got in your stash. And I've got loads and loads of embellishments that I just haven't used for so long. And I thought, no, I'm going to use them. So let's just move that, position that so I don't get it on my fingers, and then push it down in there like so. And then this one in here. I know this has taken a while, but I think this is all the fun of creating these sorts of things. There we go. And then this one can go the right way up, Tamara. There. And then just this last one down here. And what would have been a nice thing as well, if it had any swirls, but I didn't cut any out, so Oh, and I forgot what else I was going to use and forgot to use. Was one of those applique flowers. I don't think I'll have enough. It'd be too much. Yeah, I think I need that more here. But that can go on the next page. So I need something just in there. Maybe just one of this. I've got this small flower left, and we'll do it in the green. And I'm not being particularly gentle with these. And I think what I may do is I could put some I have got, which is really nice, some crushed glass, which looked it's really nice at Christmas, but on these types of things it does just make everything sparkle. Or you could use stickles or something like that. That might that would be quite nice as well. Right, I'm going to get this last flower on, and then I think I'm going to call that a night. There we go. Stick that bit down there. And push that down. Like so. And then that can get put just in that corner, in that tiny little gap. Although this one doesn't seem to be playing ball. Like so. I just need to stick it in a little bit there. That's better. So glue on there while I can get it in, and then just stick it down so that you can see the tops. There we are. That just hides that little space there. And now I will need to just put on the heat gun for 2 minutes or 2 seconds. Just to get away, to get rid of all those spider webs from the glue. There. So that then is just that bit there. Now you can go ahead and start putting things up here as well, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it as that, and because that is on my middle page, it's not going to interfere with anything. But what I will do is I will put, when I come to do this side, this configuration I would put up the top here, and then so when you close it, they're not going to interfere with each other. So I think that's what I will do with that. So I'm just going to put these away. Do you know what? I can never ever work on a tidy space. I don't know why I can't seem to do it. I think I just get so excited and so enthralled with what I'm doing. I just end up with just getting more and more things out. So let me put these away. I hope everybody's still okay. I love your bling stash. Thank you, Lindarella. Yeah, I was thinking that. A bit jealous. Now I got all of this from a company. They used to do, they had a really long name, and I think the company was called something like Wedding Gifts, a DIY or something like that they were called. I don't know if they're still about. If I can find the link, I will post it. And they used to do, they had lots and lots of diamante and bling things like that. So I kind of like picked them up for next to nothing. And I just keep them all in one pot. I mean, some of these are from are Tim Holtz things, but a lot of them is just from that that place. I think they use them for wedding invitations and things like that. So I've just found this little love. I think this was a paper clip, but I quite like that. I don't know if you can see that there, and turn it up the right way. There we go. I thought that's quite nice. So that one we could put on somewhere. Right. So put them in there. Them in there. That on there. Oh, I was going to use those as well, but I won't use those ones. I'm going to use a different set. So let's put my lids on. Turn that off. Got that one left. That there. That there. Some rubbish in my pot. Right, I've still got this flower, this one to do as well, but I think I've got plenty on there. So this love thing is a paper clip, which you can put maybe over your tags that you put in there. So I'm going to do the tags, and then I think I might call it a night, as I don't think I'm going to get to do any more flowers. Unless anybody is still okay, you still want to carry on, I'm quite happy to carry on for a little while longer. So just stick them out the way so we've got a bit of space. That goes up there. So I will cut out my tags, and hopefully they will fit in there. So I want some black. Now another thing, you don't have to always use black. Yes, you can borrow my phone if you want to. What's wrong with yours, Mayo? Is it not working? Is it dead? So I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to give this to Savannah. Go, go, go. Okay, right. Do you want to come and say hello? Come in. Come in. Come in. Come in. Come on. No. Okay, it's a bit shy tonight. Right, let me cut out this for our tag. And need that and that. And my tags. Do you know what? I can't believe that we are now into, we're nearly into June. I just think it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Right, tags. I don't know what I've done with them. Ah, here they are, up here. I've packed them, I think. So, not those ones. So I want, actually, let's go with, I always use the one with the scalloped edge, and I but I don't use the one that's got the fishtail, and I think that was one of the ones I actually wanted. The most, I wanted that one the most, so that we'll use those ones. Now if you haven't seen my dies before, okay, thank you, Leandra, thanks for joining me again tonight, and I should be on, I'm hoping to be on tomorrow, and as well, and we can, whatever I don't get finished I will do tomorrow, but I'm just going to do my tags, and then I think I might call it a night as well. So yeah, so hopefully you'll join me again tomorrow. So thank you ever so much. Are you you're in bed? Yeah, you're like me, Sarah. I'm terrible. I watch crafts. I mean, I'm craft mad. So, is there any questions you want to ask at all? Anything that you want to know about? Do you know what I think would be a good? I would think would be a good stream is if we all did shopping at the same time. We all did some craft shopping at a different place, at the same place. I think that would be a really good stream. So that's my one tag. So that you can either have it going in like so, where it's coming out with just the point. Let me just take that at the top, or you could have it where you've got the fishtail at the top. So really, the choice is yours. So I'm going to use not that one. Can I use that? I'm just trying to work out, so I can use that side, so I can get that out of there. So it depends on how you want it. So I'm going to want it with the fishtail sticking up, so I need it that way. So just cut that down. There we are. Oh. So come off like so, and then that is my tag. It's the first tag. Now this layer has got the hole punched out, but if you wanted to hide that, you can save your hole that came out and then just stick that back in, and then you'll find that you've got a hidden sort of tag hole there, because I've done my paper that side, so I can stick it in like so, like that, and I think that looks really nice. So I'm going to hide that hole there, but before we do that we need to ink. Yes, it would be, wouldn't it? Yes, I think I might try that. We might try that Temu, because you just, it's like one of those rabbit holes, isn't it, when you get those, when you get on those sites, because you'll look at one thing. I'll say look at things like metal butterflies, for instance, and then from metal butterflies you'll then get metal flowers, and then you'll go on to things like hair bubbles, or you know, butterfly paper, and you just then, oh, I'll just have a look at that, and then, oh, I'll just have a look at that one, and then before you know it, you've been on there like 3 hours, and you've then bought things that you didn't actually really start to look for. So there we go, just get my glue. Oh, you know what I've done? I've inked. No, I haven't. Yes, I did. I went to cover up my photo slot holes. That's good talking. There we are. And then just in the middle, then we can stick that on. So what I will do is just put my photo mat in there now, so that it doesn't close up. But then I was going to say I've just lost the little circle, so just a dot on that, and then I need to paper piece this and get this the right way. I think it was that way. There we go. So that goes in like so. So now you can't even see that that was, or you can, because I've got it up the wrong way. I think, that goes up that way. There we are. There we go. There we are. So that's there like so. Yeah. Yes, that is it. Shine. Is that how you? I don't know how you pronounce it. I think that's what it's like. Yeah, my Savannah's bought some lovely clothes from there, I have to say, and she bought me it's like a muted rainbow coloured jumper that really you need to wear another jumper on top of it because it's got holes in it, so it's like it's a bit drafty, but oh, it's so nice, it's lovely. I really like it, so I'm going to put another one there, and then I might do something smaller there. So that's that side, and again I could use that print paper, but I think I'm going to stick with the pattern paper, but I'm going to go with this bit here on this one. And this one you could either have going that way. No, I like him where it goes with the fishtails that side, so that needs to go up. Oh, right, 1 second, I just need to go and say to Savannah something. Yeah, it's just I couldn't get my bread in the way I was up the Sainsbury's. But then I put, if you do it half and half maybe. Sorry about that. I have shopping, so I'm going to Asda's. So I'm doing a click and collect from Asda's, but I'm gluten free, so I can't actually eat anything gluten. So the only place I can get my bread from is Sainsbury's, and they do, it's a Warburton's Tiger Loaf, but it's sourdough, and it's the closest I think I found to proper bread. So I've lost the little thing there, right, and right, just ink these edges. Right, so what I might have to do is just I might have to see if I've got something else I can put on the top there. I forgot I had this as well. I could have used that. That would have looked quite nice there. I could still put that on. I'll leave it there for a minute and see what I think. So let's put this in. And then don't close up the photo slots. And put this on. So I'm just going to have to if it with that one. Never mind. There, so then that can go in. I'm going to put that side. So that's looking quite nice like that. Then I was going to do the photo mats, weren't I, to go in there, and they are 4x3. Right, so we'll look 4x3. So we need 2 of these. 1, 2, and this is a nice photo size as well. It's especially if you're doing things like mini albums, then I think these just work out well with, if you're going to combine them with 6x6s as well, they really work out well. So push them up. Now, because I've inked over that, it's going to be a little bit of a pain to get them in. So I just have to kind of just ease them in. So I'm just going to just pokey that bit out so that we can fit it in. It's not the die, it's where I went to put the glue in, and it just wouldn't fit. So that's gone in. So what I'll do is take that one out and just cut another one, because that one has got a bit bent. So try this again on here. There we go, that's a lot better. There we are. There we go, see, that's now gone in there nicely. And again, you can then put your, instead of putting these in, you can put your photographs in. And if you've got, which Sarah, I know you have, I think it is the, not the snap-on ones, the ones previous to that. And I can't think what they're called. Put it on my tab, guys. In that one, there is a little stamp that says photo template. And that one, what you can do is, if you stamp that onto acetate, so cut out the size, say for instance you're doing 6x4, cut out a 6x4 template out of acetate, put the photo template and then the size of it underneath, and then whoever you give it to can then use that template to cut out their photographs. Yes, I know you do. So that goes that way and then that way, like so. So that's the two tags. I like them upside down like that. Actually, they do go really nice. So in here, we could have just something small like that. So I won't use that one, but I will cut out that type. So this is going to be 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Like so. And you can either do pattern paper around that and then put the photo mat on the back. I won't use this one because it is a bit creased, as I said, so we could do that. So let's use this next piece. So I can use that flower bit, it's quite nice, so we'll use that. So this one I'm going to cut down to 3 1/8. Yes, 3 1/8, and then 4 1/8, like so. And then just your cream card. I'm loving this cream card at the minute. This can be 3 by 4. And then that can go on the other side. So you can have this on the front like that, or you can then put this over the top of that like so if you wanted to. But I'm going to have that on the back like that. So we'll do that. And then what I might do as well is just add the faux stitching. This is going to be my new best thing that I'm going to do. Ooh, I'm loving this, I have to say. Where did it go? It's a big thing that's sticky up. There it is. Okay, did you see me do this the other night? This is really, really good. So this is just one of those stitch tools, and all I'm doing is just creating some stitched holes, and I'm not being particularly neat because I wouldn't be very neat if I was sewing, like so. And then I'm going to use quite a tiny black pen. So this is a thin nib, so this is a fine nib. I'm going to, because this is white, I can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to join those dots up with my pen, and then when my pen finds the dots, it will look like it's a stitched edge. Right, I kind of went wrong a little bit there, but I think that's what my stitching would be like. Now I saw this, there was a lady called Jenny Marples. She was at a workshop that I went to, and she was demoing and she showed this, so I thought it was such a good idea. So thank you, Jenny, ever so much for giving me this really good idea. So you can do this around your pages as well, and then just join those ones up there, and then that looks like proper stitching. How cool is that? Oh, I got this off Amazon. It's the big one. It's got the thick, it's got the really big spikes on it. There was a set of 3, but I didn't find the smaller ones any good, so it has to be the one with the bigger spikes, I found anyway myself. But it just really does look like proper stitching. That's well cool, it is. So we'll stick that bit on, and you could then put one of the tabs on the top here if you wanted to as well, like so, which I've got one here, so I might as well use it. So I'm going to stick it on the left hand side. It doesn't really matter where. I'm just going to stick it so it comes right down, because you can do it with these, and then this will go over the top like so, and then this on the other side. Now you can do that stitching around that. Let's have a go. I've not tried it on white on cream card yet. Let's have a look what that looks like. Well, you can certainly see the spikes more on this. I'm just trying to line up my... Now you could also do like go over this so you've got double lined stitching. I haven't got that good with it yet, so I'm just going to stick with a single. And then so you can see the dots. I'll bring that up. Hopefully you can see the dots a bit better on that. And then we're just going to fill these in. I found the slower you go, the better it is. And then so I think it looks even good with just this one. Now you could also, I suppose, maybe get some cotton and just do like a wrap it round, and then just maybe have it coming out the other side down here to make it look a bit more authentic. I don't know, I'm just waffling now. So we'll put that on there. and then that can go into your second pocket, and then that's our next page done. The only thing well, I'll say one part of our page, because that's just our flap. So we haven't touched these pages yet, but that's there. Now I could also put on here, I've got some, where does it go? This is also a really good thing. Now this is ancient, this what I've got here. Now it's called Plasterer's Cotton Scrim. You get it from B&Q, and it's what they put in between two plasterboard pieces. So they butt two pieces of plasterboard up together, and then they put this down the middle to bond them both together. But it really makes the most beautiful background for your flowers and things. So you would put this on first of all, and you can pull it apart like so, pull bits off so it looks quite dishevelled, and then you would put that maybe behind your pieces before you've obviously stuck these down, but you can sort of put them behind like so, and then you've kind of like got another element on your page that just makes it look a bit more 3D. So that's another thing that you can get. Right, but I'm going to leave it there. Ooh. I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, or not tutorial, we've had a bit of a chat really. It's been lovely chatting. I've had a lovely time, and I didn't realise that I've nearly been on 2.5 hours, and we've just done that. But although we've been chatting as well, haven't we? So yeah, I'm hoping to be back on tomorrow. It depends on, one, how much housework I get done, on two, how far along I get with packing all my things for my workshop on Saturday, and then hopefully by 8 o'clock I will be I'd have finished, and I can either sit down and we can have a chat, and then we can do some crafting before Friday, and then Friday I will obviously be going hopefully to put all my bits out and set everybody's kits up and that. So I'm really excited about that. I'll be wanting to do another one. So please have the really good rest of your night, and I will see you again tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody, bye, thanks for joining me, bye. You're welcome, bye Sarah.